Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast. Thank you for joining us again for another episode. Today's episode is going to be a little bit serious, but we're going to try to keep it as lighthearted
as we can.
Because we can't take anything serious. Okay, so today we're going to be answering questions about body image, everything that I just said basically. And yeah, we're just going to try to answer as truthfully as possible. Okay, so the first question is, one thing you're insecure about how you look.
That's not even funny.
Wait, why does it say insecure twice?
It says one thing you're secure.
Oh.
And one thing you're secure about and one thing you're insecure about.
In terms of body?
About how you look, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like exposing myself.
I know, this is a lot of exposing, I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Someone has to be honest with their
My
eyes.
eyes. My eyes.
Insecure?
Insecure.
Insecure about your eyes?
Yes. Hannah knows why.
Why?
I was bullied as a child. Let me stop.
Bullies people on their, not
Hannah.
bullying is good. Oh.
She bullied you? She didn't bully me, but she just made this comment that I was like, what's the word? It scarred me for the rest of my life.
What?
I just don't like my eyes.
What's wrong with your
I
eyes?
sometimes do this because I want them to be like, you know how some people have like fox eyes? I want fox eyes.
Gabby, there's literally nothing wrong with
they're
your
just
eyes.
not. No,
I thought you were gonna say I'm secure about my eyes, but I was like, yeah.
Hannah,
No.
we're taking you to court.
Because when I have, what is it called? What is it called?
Mascara?
Eyeliner?
No.
Eyeshadow?
Wings?
Eyelashes?
Wings.
Oh my lord.
Eyelashes. I feel better about it. But when I don't, no, actually, even my mom said something about it. Anyways.
Like what? I want to understand. What
They're
was
just, I think they're just, you know how,
sentence,
actually in
phrase?
general, you know how Habashas have big eyes? Have you guys heard of that? I never realized it.
I'm trying to look.
Huh?
No, I'm trying to look at us some.
Like, I just feel like we have bigger eyes compared to
have
other
big
people.
Yeah, big eyes.
I don't know if that's like a
So,
It is.
I'm just insecure about my eyes. I mean, other things too, but that's just the one. That's
Something
like
you're secure about.
my booty. Let me stop. That's so ugly. I'm sorry.
No, if you're secure about it, yeah.
I'm not. It's just there.
Yeah, it is there.
That's the only part.
It
like,
is there.
I feel like
It's not a pancake.
We can confirm.
No, I feel like
It's definitely there.
people.
It's toned.
No, not that it's toned, but that's the only thing that's acceptable to society for it to be big. Yeah, I went there.
That was something. That was something.
That's
I
about
love
it.
Go ahead, guys.
I'm secure about my hair. I love
Insecure?
No, secure.
Oh, okay, good
secure.
job.
I love my curly
Love
hair.
your hair.
Even though I cut it and I regret it, but it's fine. I love my hair. And insecurity, my body. I feel like I'm a toothpick.
You're not.
You're not.
That's it. It's not funny, but yeah.
Because I'm like, because I know, but it's just like, no.
This is what
Look at her there.
Next.
We can't take anything
We can't.
seriously.
This is supposed to be us serious and we're.
I don't think it has to be too serious.
It doesn't. I think it's easier for me to say what I'm insecure about. No, I'm insecure about my height and my body. And one thing. And secure about my, I don't know if this is my hands. Is that the thing? Part of my body, right? I love my
like it?
hands. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially
Guys,
because
be a
my
hand
nails.
model.
These are her nails.
Especially because my nails
That's
are like,
crazy.
they're skinny and they just go.
They do. I don't know why you're insecure about your height though.
Yeah.
People would
Or your
kill for
body.
that height. Right?
She's a model.
No, for real. Okay. For me, I think just insecure about the shape of my face. I have a round face.
Sorry, I'm looking at you guys crazy when you guys say something, by the
no,
way.
I just have a round face, and like when I gain weight, my face is the first thing to like
That's me
boom,
too,
and it's
bruh.
like
If I gain weight.
yeah, and everyone is like, no, what fresh? And I'm like, well, you can notice it on my face, so that's what I'm insecure about. And then what I am secure about, so many things.
I love
Period.
that.
As you should.
What am I secure about? I think it is my smile. I like my smile. Oh, my eyebrows.
I love your eyebrows.
Yeah. Well, I'm insecure but secure about my smile. Like I like the way I smile, but then my teeth, I'm a little insecure about it. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Learn new
Do
things.
you guys feel like we're closer to each other after that? Or?
No.
Whoa. It felt intimate.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, it said. Next question says, how do we deal with body image and self-esteem?
I don't.
What?
Deal with it. Better. Like
Coping.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like I'm on that journey, but I struggle so much with, I don't know, accepting how I look, and it's a struggle, and it's really draining, especially when, for me, it's easier to accept a negative thing about myself than a compliment. Like, if someone wants to say you're pretty, I'm like, shut up, like, you're lying. Just, you have to say it just to say it, but a negative comment, I'm like, you're right, and I'll sit and literally like think through it. But so yeah,
Everything is.
I agree. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh my god,
That was intimate.
Okay. I was gonna say I agree with everything that you said. I feel like it's always so much harder for us to accept the critical things about ourselves, and we're like our worst critic. Everyone says that. The one thing that has helped me, I would say, is I think I might have mentioned this in another episode, like the faith episode, but I keep having to tell myself that like these thoughts are not from God. Like, we're made in his image, and God is perfect. Not saying that we're perfect, but he made us perfectly. You know what I mean? So I'm like, anytime that I get these thoughts that, oh, I'm not or I look like this, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, I'm like, that's literally the devil. Like, because he's the father of lies, so he's gonna put all these lies into our heads so that, you know, it can tear us down. So like, I don't know, every time I get to that point when I realize like, okay, wait, this is not, I don't actually think like this, that helps me. But it takes me a while to get there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, sometimes, you know, when you're like, I feel like for me, I struggle a lot when I'm going to be in a social setting, and I know there's going to be a lot of people there.
That's literally me.
Yeah, and I literally start, even church, like, I start panicking because I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be so people. Nobody cares how I'm dressed, but I'm so in my head about everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I've gained weight, so, like, I can't wear this anymore, it doesn't look good on me. Like, I don't know, that's my worst time being in social settings. But yeah,
Feel that.
True. I agree. I feel like for me it was a moment like when I first like lost weight or like dropped a lot of weight. That's when I was like, it was to the point where I didn't even want to look at myself in the mirror. Like, I didn't want to go out. I hated going out. I just didn't want to be seen. And it's not that like, thankfully, I didn't get anything from people. Like, people were like, you know, if anything, they're like, oh, yeah, like, you know, how much they love skinny people. They're like, go, it's like, don't gain weight. Like, I didn't get anything bad from people. It was just more from myself, which is like
Draining.
Yeah, it was tough. But, and then, I don't know. Like, I feel like I kind of gained it back. Like, how do I say it? I got a trainer.
that's good.
Like, because I was like, if I want to change something about myself, then I got to do something about it. You know,
Right.
like, obviously I was eating. Because people were like, just eat. Okay. Like,
Thanks. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, so I got a trainer. I took it seriously. I started working out. Then I started feeling better. And then after that, it was just like, it is what it is, you know? I mean, like, I did gain weight with him, and, like, it helped a lot.
Right.
But I came to the fact, like, I just was like, it is what it is. It's either you like it or you don't. And some people do, some people don't. It's just, you know, so I was like, it is what it is. So, yeah.
All my insecurities, I feel like they're very fixable. Like,
Yeah.
like with my weight, it's like I can hide it like really well. I remember there was this one time, like even when I'm like really skinny or like when I like gain weight, people don't notice until I wear something. And they're like, whoa. I remember I wore a spaghetti strap one time, and someone was like, bro, I did not realize how skinny you were. Like, and I was like, whoa, sorry. Like, you know? But I can hide it, but at the same time, that's not like a long-term thing. So honestly, how I cope with it is one, telling myself like, okay, God says I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, point blank period. Like, no one can say anything about that. And then two, just like doing something about it. Like, if I feel like I've gained weight, just like have better eating habits, or like, because I eat when I'm bored, and like have better eating habits, or like fill my day with like stuff to do, so that's not all I'm doing. If my teeth, just get braces, but you know, like it's just, I don't know. So I don't know why. Like it's an easy task to do, but it just seems
It's a mental thing, though.
Yeah, it's a mental thing, and it's like, for me, I just put it off, and then it's like too much.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's fixable. Like what my insecurities.
It is fixable, but for me, it's something like it just looks impossible. Like sometimes I think it's easier. I would like to see myself with other people's eyes because the way I look at me, it's really bad, and that just is literally a mindset thing. And I think it's so hard for me to change that. But I think it's like a problem that everyone has, you know.
What if the mindset that I used to have, like, it's like what I like how people see me, like, you know what I mean, like, versus like what social media shows you, like curvy body, whatever, like that, like I didn't have. But I don't know why, like this one time I had this thought where it's like, no, I think I read a verse. It was like beauty is vain or something like that. So in my head, it's like I could have like all the beauty. I can be the baddest girl in the world, but that could go away and like that.
What you it's your soul.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's about like how you see yourself is more important more than, like, I feel like we shouldn't care what people think. Like, as long as you feel good for you, it doesn't matter what people, like, you don't have to look good for people. Right. That's basically what's like came to me. It's just like, even if I could be the prettiest girl in the world and like, I don't know,
you have
like,
an ugly heart.
I have, like, and I still don't feel good. You know, some people are like the prettiest people.
They're so insecure.
They're so like, they don't feel it. It's like, it doesn't matter like how much you please people. It's like
What's on the inside?
like what's on the inside and how you please God and yourself. Like, not yourself, but how you feel about yourself is also important.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
That's what I
it make
struggle with. It's not, for me, it's not about what other people think, because I feel like even you guys like are always, you know, telling me compliments. So it's not, it's me. Like, the problem is in me. I don't know how to change how I look at myself, and that is so hard, because not that I mean, obviously I'm a human, so I do kind of care about what other people think, but I've never gotten negative, not compliment, a negative thing about, it's just like, I'm my biggest critics, so for me, that's...
I think that's why people say like confidence is beauty, because it has to come from within. And I feel like I've been around people who are so confident, and it's like you like gravitate towards them because you can see like they don't care. They're not worried about what other people think. They don't really have negative thoughts, because like, you know, when you're insecure about yourself, like you kind of like become reserved, or you become antisocial or whatever. I don't know. You're just not like, not that you're not the best person to be around, but you can just tell.
You drag people with your energy in a way.
Exactly. Yeah. But when you're around a confident person, it's like, whoa. You know what I mean?
I want to be like that.
Exactly. You're like, I love the way she might be faking it. He might be faking it. But it's better to fake it till you make it, instead of just being there like, I'm ugly. You know what I mean? The whole time, and then like nobody wants to be around you. And it's not even about other people, it's about yourself.
Yeah.
So I think it's confidence. I feel like we have to force ourselves to think that we're the baddest people. I mean, it's not even about being bad, but you know what I mean? Just like, we have to just find ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. You're good enough.
Right.
And Nathan said he did something with that, even though I know you guys have beef.
Yeah.
Nathan said.
Oh.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was gonna say, yeah, you are good enough.
Sorry,
but
got beef like you know him personally.
I don't know him personally,
but we do got beef.
I've never seen him. But yeah,
He's gonna watch this and be like, "Who is that?" Why you got beef with me?
This question goes into like what we were saying. It says, do I avoid activities? So do you guys avoid activities, people, or situations due to feeling self-conscious about your appearance?
Yes.
not anymore. I used to, especially remember when my face had all the acne, and I was like, thankfully it was COVID season, so I would always wear my mask. But I remember there was a time, lunchtime at work, we were eating lunch at work, like they bought us lunch because we had a training to do. I didn't want to eat because I didn't want to take off my mask. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
Remember when I texted you?
What?
I'll say it.
Oh yeah, but I didn't want to eat because I didn't want to take off my mask. And I remember telling my friend, I was like, bro, I don't want to take off my mask. And she was like, girl, nobody cares. I was hungry, so I had to eat. But I remember one time I went to church, and they were like, you have to eat whatever. So I stopped by to get bread. But I was eating in my, like, it was just bread. It was just bread, but I was eating, like, it was that bad.
Because
Because of my skin, I had a lot of acne and stuff like that. So, yeah, that did prevent me a lot from just being, like, comfortably eating around people.
That's crazy.
But that was a phase that's gone. Thank you, Jesus. Shout out to Dr. Fabio.
Go ahead. I'll say
Okay. I was gonna say, I feel like, my whole life, I feel like I've like avoided going out, especially during college. Like my friends would beg me, and I could never give them an honest reason of why. I would just be like, I'm not feeling it, But like, cause it's hard to be like, guys, I'm really insecure about the way I look, and we're gonna be around people. Like, you can't say all that. So I'm just like,
who you have around.
Yeah. So I just always like, I don't, even to this day, there's, like I said, even in church sometimes, I'm, like, so uncomfortable. And it's, like, it's not even about me. You know what I mean? Like, coming to church isn't about me. But, like, I just get uncomfortable being around that many people and not feeling my best. So it's definitely stopped me from a lot, I would say.
Same. Back to the mask thing. I'm so used to wearing a mask that when I don't wear a mask, I feel naked. That I was at work, and I don't know why they did this, but they took the mask thing. It's not mandatory anymore to wear a mask in the hospital. And I didn't know. So I walked in to work, and I was like, where's the mask? And they were like, oh, you don't have to wear it no more. You guys, I almost had a heart attack. I was, like, freaking out because I'm like, there's no way I need a mask right now. Like, the fact that everyone could see my face was like, no, like, you can't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But also back to the insecurity thing. Like I said, my height. I don't like going to places because I feel like I'm tall. So I'm visible to everyone. And that makes me so, like, insecure where someone can just look at me and just, like, oh, okay. Like, like, I feel like the fact that I'm so tall, everyone is, like, staring at me. And I'm like, that makes me so uncomfortable.
Sara, the way you say so tall, you make yourself sound like a giraffe. You're, like 2 more feet taller than us. You're not that tall.
Literally.
You guys are short.
Bro, she's not that tall.
Okay,
2 inches.
You guys are the problem.
Like, you're sounding like you're
the reason why I'm
6'5". Like, the way you're saying
No, okay, I'm 5'10", but it's just
You're
the
like
fact
3
that
feet over the average, like, height.
I know. Maybe it's you guys. You guys are too short. Maybe that's the problem. You guys know the problem.
Another insecurity. Wow, okay.
No, I'm kidding. But it's just like,
You just feel like it's easy to be seen.
Yeah, and because my cousin was literally like, nobody cares about you. Like, you walk, they look at you, they turn around. And I know that, but I still, I'm like, they're staring at me. And
really,
that, sometimes I'm like, I can't even go to the store sometimes.
Wow.
Or I have to be on the phone. Because if I'm
like,
on
you
the phone,
couldn't just
I'm not
walk in by
thinking
yourself.
about, I can't. So, yeah.
Do you have anything on or
Problems.
I mean, like, what you said, like, with church and stuff. I mean, I always show up, but it'll be days where I'm like, I don't feel good. I don't like the way I'm looking. Just a quick story time. I was literally telling Hermella this, but I remember, like, I did the flexi rods on my hair in high school. I started doing that in high school, and I remember I went to school and I just felt so confident in myself. Like, it was my birthday. I was like, I love this hairstyle on me. Like, I feel so good about myself. And I went to school and I would, like, do this hairstyle, like, often. And then I remember I got on the phone with this one guy. He's, like, I saw him like an older brother. Like, so his opinion meant a lot to me. And I remember, like, we were just joking. Like, we were, like, it was like 3 people on the FaceTime. It was me, him, and then my other friend. And out of nowhere, he just started going in on me. He was just like, that hairstyle is so ugly. Like, your face is so big. He was just like, you're so chubby. Like, he was, no. The thing was, like, I could have brushed it off, but it was every insecurity I had. It was like,
confirmed it?
I was hearing it out loud from somebody else. And I was like,
was he trying to be funny? I mean, that's not funny, but was he trying to be funny at all, or he was serious?
For me, it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And, but, like, was he trying to be like, ah, ha, ha?
But it's
or,
not
like,
even funny.
It's not.
Like,
but I'm saying, was that his intent?
At first he was, and then when he
serious.
saw me, like, I was just like, okay, like, chill. He was like, he got defensive and he like just went in even harder. And I was like, what in
What's
the
wrong
world?
with him?
And then I'll never forget, like, we're cool. Like, I've forgiven him, but it was just like, words matter. And after that, I did not do that hairstyle for the longest, literally until like a couple of weeks ago. I just started doing my flex your odds again, because I was like, okay, like, we need to keep it in. And then it didn't help that everyone liked my hair straight, like, especially the guy who was like, dating at the time. He was like, I like your hair straight, like, don't do anything else. So it's just hearing those insecurities out loud. It made me like self-conscious about myself, and it gave me insecurity about my hair. And so like when I come to church, sometimes I'm like I'm late because like I'm trying to tell myself like, you look fine, and then I'll come here and everyone is like, oh my goodness, like, I love your hair. And I'm like, thank you. But like, yeah, like,
People are mean though.
That's
crazy.
And it hurt. It I think like that's something like God is like taking off of me, kind of, because that was tough. I was like, why would you say that? And then it was like the fact that someone else was on the FaceTime call too, and then the other person wasn't really standing up for me, just laughing. And I was like, okay, this is how it feels to be bullied. So like, so I feel like when I do get insecure, I hear that, and I'm like, oh, that's how Satan gets me. Like, oh, someone else said this about you too.
So it must
like,
be true.
So it has to be true.
Right.
So
Yeah.
long story short, like, I forced myself to come to church because, like, at the end of the day, but it's some days I'm like,
Right.
I wish I could just crawl into bed and
Yeah.
like start over.
And the only reason I say church is because that's the only place I go where there's people.
Literally.
Like, I don't go
Yeah.
anywhere else, so, like, at least now. But, like, back then it was, like, college or
Yeah.
whatever. But it's tough being around people.
I'm not gonna lie
It
though,
is.
college I didn't care. Wow,
Really?
especially UNC Charlotte.
But
I
is
would
it,
wear whatever.
but were you going out and being around people?
Girl,
or are you just going to class?
parking lot to class.
That's what I'm saying. So that's different.
did
But I feel
not
like when you're
care.
being social, I think you would care a little bit more.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
No, but not freshman year. Remember you used to want to die? Cold.
Oh yeah, that was like
Freshman year, yeah.
UNCG?
Freshman, yeah, UNCG was different, yeah.
Like, you guys are trying to be cute.
Got to.
like girl,
Fried chicken
fraternities
Wednesdays.
everywhere.
Fried chicken Wednesdays.
Auntie guys are coming to
Everybody
UNCG.
shows up. Bro, if you go to UNCG,
The calf is
fried
where-
chicken Wednesdays, you gotta look nice.
Yeah,
So
everybody's
Wednesdays,
there.
Just to eat fried chicken.
no, everybody's there on fried chicken Wednesdays.
People from Auntie.
Auntie come.
Just to be seen.
That's your day to show out.
That's
No,
so
that's because the
funny.
food is good on fried chicken. Like there's fried chicken, mac and
Right.
cheese, all the good stuff. So
That's so funny.
yeah, crazy thing though, I work. That's the pick. I work.
I was about to say that. Oh
I
wait, no.
look like
Work, never
who
mind.
did it and why. All the time.
Oh, I don't care.
That's the only place I
What?
don't care. That's the only place I don't care at all. Like, I think one time somebody made a joke. Like, she said something about my hair. Like, oh, I think I like put it like, what's it called? I tied it back basically. Yeah. And then she was like, oh, you finally like your hair in the map. I know she was
But you
like,
don't care.
She was joking.
Right.
But I know I look crazy too. I'm just, I really don't care for these patients.
I feel like my looks can affect the way I act. And then,
for sure.
yeah, like, if I look good and I know I look good, then I'll be talking to everyone.
Nobody
and
can tell you
anyone.
nothing.
I'm
Yeah.
like the most outgoing person there is. Like, and then people are like, well, where did this come from? But then on days where I'm like, ugh, like, I just want to sit in a corner and like not talk to anybody, and it makes me more reserved. And then, like, I don't want to say like people miss out, but like I feel like my personality doesn't come out, and I feel like I have a good personality, and I want to share it with people. Like, like I want to like engage with other people and stuff like that. That sounds so snobby.
Sometimes,
Like,
No, it doesn't.
Nani, sometimes it's okay to not show who you really are with people that you're not really close to,
yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta not hide it,
It's
but
just-
like, I don't know.
I
Not
just
everyone needs
hate-
to know the.
Yeah, like I get the like boundaries,
Yeah.
but it's just sometimes like I'll meet somebody for the first time, and first impressions are everything. So I'll meet somebody for the first time, and like my personality won't come out as much, and then say like we see them again, and they're like, oh yeah, she's like very quiet, like like she doesn't do like this, and I'm like, that's not who I am. Like, you don't know me, and it's like they have this image in their mind already. Yeah. So it's like I hate that because looks matter. You feel good. I mean, you look good. You feel good. I really do believe in that. Okay.
I was gonna say I do agree what you guys are saying about the personality and appearance thing, but in terms of like, do I feel like my appearance has like, I think it was saying like, determined
If
like how, what was the question? I don't remember.
Like,
but I have a story basically. So there's, when I was in Paris, right? So I don't know if this relates, but there's been times, 2 times at least, where like even in Spain. Sorry, these people are racist. But there's been times where we're trying to go out with my friends and people have turned us away because we didn't look like everybody else.
Wait, what?
So it's 1 being black and 2 not being skinny.
Wait.
You're
what
joking.
do you mean?
3 times.
You're
It
joking.
turned you away, like, how?
Like 1 time, this was like with Faven and stuff. Like I've never felt dehumanized. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but like the way this man, he wasn't looking at me, he was looking through me as if I didn't even exist.
Oh my God.
We were like trying to get in, but like even like, I mean,
It was
people
like
were
a
like,
place?
yeah,
Okay.
people were telling Faven she's the most beautiful person they've ever seen, like on the streets, right?
Okay.
Even her, with someone who like pretty privileged, you know what I mean? You would think, like, I don't know if it's because we were black or what, but he looked at us like, and you are? Like he was literally like
You
like
couldn't go
looking
in?
through me. No, he didn't. He wouldn't let us go in.
What was the reason?
There was no reason. He didn't speak. He wouldn't even like. I was like, oh, we're trying.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
and I was like, oh, okay. And there's other times, like obviously, like I wasn't with
Or
her
other-
other friends, and like you see everybody else, they're like thin, light skinned, and then there was like me and a group of other girls, and some of them were thin, some of us were like thicker, bigger, whatever, and they're like, yeah, it's not happening today. So
That is crazy.
the standards are different. That's how I took the
God.
question of how like if your appearance affects how other people perceive you, or
Oh, in that
like,
case, absolutely.
yeah, like the pretty privileged
Yeah.
thing.
I think when I was growing up, like, I remember Sara and Johanna came to, like, for my birthday in middle school, and they came and, like, to give me to celebrate my birthday, basically. And I was having such a good time. And then this one girl came up to me. She was my friend. I need to get better friends because she was like, yeah, you don't look like your cousins. And she was just like, you don't look Ethiopian. And I was like, what? She's like, you don't look like them. Like, there's no way you're Ethiopian. Like, and it's like, whenever like, it's no shade. Like, literally, it's just like, I feel like when I am around people that are like lighter than me and like their hair is like, just like look more Ethiopian, it's like I obviously see the better treatment, and I really understand when you say like they look right through you, like it's like you're not even there, and I'm like,
That's crazy.
I'm here.
That's so crazy.
Tough out here, y'all.
That's crazy.
Pretty privilege is a real thing.
It sure is.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really like, I mean, like obviously I'm not like boohoo crying about it,
Right.
but it's like,
It's
dang,
not
is that how the
okay.
world sees
Exactly.
me?
So not okay,
You know what I
though.
mean? Especially because in that moment, you're feeling your best.
No,
and
I wouldn't
someone's
really.
like-
I really want to know the reason, though.
I wish Hannah was there because Hannah would have been
No, I really. Oh my god.
She would have been causing a riot. She would in Paris.
Bring up the fun right now.
Okay, the last question is self-love, and how do you achieve it?
That's a great question. Somebody else got to tell us because it's a work in
For
progress.
Me, I feel the most confident when I'm secure in my relationship with God. Like, can nobody tell me anything because I know who God says I am. Like, the more time I spend in the Bible and like just praying and talking to God, just meditating on His Word, I'm like, whoa, like this world is fake. Like,
Nothing matters.
what no one else says really matters. If like the creator of the universe thinks I'm the bomb.com, like I'm the bomb.com. And truly it helps me with the way I feel when I like about my looks and my personality, because it's like God really did create us fearfully and wonderfully. Like we are made fearfully and wonderfully. So that's how I you know achieve that. 30-day free trial in my class.
You're funny.
I was gonna say, I remember one time, I'll never forget this day. I don't remember if it was Gaby's graduation or something like that, and I probably was complaining about my acne, face, body, whatever. And I remember Nani was like, "Don't say that. You're beautifully and fearfully made by God." And I read that in a verse, and I was like, wow. So ever since, like, after she told me that and I actually read the verse, yeah, I feel like that changed me. Let me stop. But it did. It did make a difference.
Yeah.
Like, it did make a difference. I was like, okay, like, I'm good, like, in God's eyes. Like, you know, I'm created in His image.
Right.
And like I said, I always tell myself, like, I could be the most beautiful girl today and it could all go away tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, God forbid, but like, you know what I mean? Like, say
And
I
you
get sick,
older.
like, you know, like I kind of I've seen that happen, and I've seen like somebody so beautiful, and then she got sick, and then she was a different person, and it's like all that beauty, all that everything is gone. It could be gone just like that. So I'm like, that it really doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't. So I kind of shifted my mind to like me being a better person than focusing on like little things like my nose, my eyebrows, my like. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm good. Just as long as I'm healthy, that's my biggest thing. It's like, as long as I'm healthy and I'm able to become a good person, then it's like that's what I need to focus on more than like the outside.
Right.
So that has helped me a lot. Yeah.
So for me, I was gonna say I think the best way for myself to like achieve self-love is through self-care, because I feel like a lot of times there's so many things that I do want to change, but I do nothing about it. There's nothing. I'm like, oh, like I want to lose weight. I'm on the couch eating.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Or I'm like, oh, like I don't know, like my skin, like I want to make it like clear or something. Like I'm not doing any skincare, whatever. So it's like if I feel like self-love is taking time for yourself.
As you should.
And practicing the things to make yourself better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feel good. So I'm like, when I'm dedicating, like Hermella saying, getting a trainer, you don't always have to get a trainer, but just being active, period, like having some movement in my life, that's doing something to better myself. You know what I mean? So doing stuff like that for me, I feel like, and being in control and being like I can do this, like, I don't know. Just making better habits, I feel like, is what helps me kind of achieve self-love, I would say, if that makes sense.
And investing in yourself. Like, invest in yourself, because I invested in myself, like, with the skincare. I mean, my dermatologist, gym, I got a trainer. Like, sometimes it's worth it investing in yourself, like, to make yourself feel better about yourself. And then that also helps a lot. Like, get the most expensive perfume. Do it. For real. Let me stop.
I agree with, I just agree with all of you guys. I'm working on it. I don't know. I don't have nothing to say because I'm working on it myself, so I'm trying to find my own thing. But I blame my mom. I just want to say that because I grew up with her telling me that I was the prettiest person ever, and not even Beyonce was prettier than me. I'm here like this because of you.
You should believe it, bro.
Too much.
Yeah, she hyped me up too much.
I wish my mom would say that to me.
No, like it'll be times we'll watch.
Yeah, no, it's because the TikTok that Nani showed me with like what was it?
Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber will pop up on the screen, and my mom would be like, "Something not like Anchi like who is she? Like when you're here."
Look at me now.
I'm like,
I don't know.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
That's
but
crazy.
self-love is a really long journey, and it's not a thing where you put a stop to it. It's for everything. But it really starts within yourself, and you have to have confidence. I'm literally speaking to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we don't have the answers, but we do have like our
ways,
our advice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like if whoever's like watching this, like if you need like advice, just one, the world is fake. Like, don't believe what you see on Instagram. Don't compare yourself to other people, because everybody's made different. Like, you know, like, none of us look the same. And it's so good, because that would be so lame. Like, imagine you looking like me and me looking like you. Like, that's lame. And then 2, like, when you don't feel good about yourself, like, don't stay inside, because you staying inside is going to make the problem worse. Like, it's gonna make you feel uglier, and when you're by yourself, that's when Satan can attack you with those thoughts. And when you don't take care of yourself, when you don't have somewhere to be, you're never going to dress up or look good, you know, like, you're never gonna take care of yourself, and then you're inside, and it's just a cycle that repeats, and it's like a snowball effect. Like, nothing is getting fixed with you separating yourself from other people, or like, and the earth, the sun, it's natural, it's the medicine, you know.
That is true. Sun.
Get outside, and everybody is literally, everyone looks different. I know, like, in the Habesha community, it's like, if you're dark skinned, like, it's like, ooh, but if you're light skinned, it's like, whoa.
I just want to say, sorry, we'll end this after this, but what Nani said is 100% true, because I say that COVID is like the best and worst thing that's ever happened. Definitely. Because it forced us to be inside, which made us think more about ourselves and look at ourselves more. But then because we had nothing to do, that's when I started doing my walks, and I realized, like, there's so many other things to be, like, grateful for. Like, when I was going my walks, like, my mind, like, I was just like, wow, the trees, the sky, you know what I mean? Like, I was just so grateful and astonished by, like, everything else around me that my thoughts weren't even there anymore, those negative thoughts. So it healed me. So go outside.
Definitely.
Do you remember Disney when they had their, like, go outside day? And
yes.
there was no TV. Remember? No.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant like at Disney.
No. Disney Channel. They would, like, turn it off. And then they'd be like, go outside. Yeah.
I need to do that again.
That's what I'm saying. Just go outside. It's really therapeutic.
Touch some grass. Literally.
It's so good, like, for your soul. Like,
it is so good.
Oh my gosh.
Just, like, go grab a coffee. Like, you don't even need to be with anyone. Just go grab
trust
coffee.
in America.
Okay, I get that. But being a, like, go downtown
Go
or
out,
something.
get
I don't know.
Go to Starbucks, Target.
It really helps. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry, I just had to say that.
Today.
Yeah, but you are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yes.
And God did you in your mother's womb, so he knew you before anybody else knew you. And he says you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
And
Point
God
blank, period.
does not make
Lie.
ugly.
He doesn't make mistakes.
Not.
He doesn't
Never
make
does.
mistakes.
No one is like, you guys are all beautiful.
Exactly.
Tell yourself that.
I know.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we hope that this was helpful to anyone. If you guys have anything you want to add, please leave it in the comments below. Make sure to listen on Spotify and Apple, and watch on YouTube.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok. Everything is in the link below in the description. Everything, all the links are in the description below. Love ya.
Oh wait, thank you for 200.
Yes!
We love you guys.
Thank you so much.